Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Estar Tarot, and today we're going to be doing another collective reading to see what our ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels would like to tell us today. And they're saying they want to do a reading for what is the key to your success. All right, so we're going to focus on that for this reading. Sorry I've been away for a couple days again. I'm actually wrestling with chronic illness, and some days it gets a little tough, and I don't know why it's been like this lately, but a few days I've just been a little more sick than usual, so sorry I haven't been around. I do my best to come in every day, but sometimes you just have to take a rest, and I'm learning to do that better. Is what I'm trying to work on is taking rest when I need it and not feeling bad about it. So yeah, but I'll come back when I can. So I like to post every day if I can, to be honest, but sometimes it's a little bit tough. So hopefully you guys aren't too bothered by the absence, but yeah, we'll just see here what our guides want to update us on everything that's going on, especially regarding our success for this collective. What is the key to your success? And I just had a moment where I felt a little bit of vertigo actually just now, so that's a little bit odd. And I think, to be honest, I think that you might be feeling a little bit like your world is turning upside down, and then we just got the Knight of Swords, so there's big energy coming in for you, big change, big it might be even disruption that you're feeling right now, but I think it's going to get pretty intense soon. Hold on. Sorry about that. I need to shut off some noise there. So yes, we have Knight of Swords, and there is really quick moving energy coming in with this. I think that you are in a position where you have goals that you are becoming more clear on, because the swords are all about mental clarity, right? And you have new mental clarity coming in about what you want to achieve, what you want to reach as your goal, probably this year and going into the next 2026. So I think that it's best to always, with the Knight of Swords, we want to be careful about not moving too quickly, not being too rash. But I think in this case, you are actually moving in a response to changes coming in that are going to require this aspect in you. I think you're going to have to move quickly with the times. So that's something to keep in mind. And we have Death as the other card. So this is big change coming in, definitely confirming that. Death is all about, ironically, rebirth, right? So the old has to die for the new to be born. Death isn't a bad card to get. Death just means that things are changing for you. Old things are ending to let new things grow. So I think there just might be a big new change on the horizon for you. And actually, I was having some interesting dreams last night, I think to do with dreams. So yeah, there might be some big changes, maybe even happening globally as well. So keep that in mind. But I think for your personal life, this is going to be huge. And we actually have, look there, we got 3 of Cups in the bottom with abundance. I love that card. So I think we're going to have some good change coming in. I don't know. Let's get some more cards. What is the key to your success? I think that adapting to the change, because the Knight of Swords is all about moving quickly and flexibly, right? He moves with the energy that's happening quickly. So he's a quick figure. He's got the fairy wings, right? See those? Little X pattern. So yeah, you're moving with the energies quickly. You might even be connected to fairies in some way, to the fae. So I think your adaptability to change is going to be part of your strength. The fact that you can actually move quickly with this is what's going to help you. That you can adapt quickly and move with certainty into what it is that you desire. I think that's the key here. Yeah, you're moving into your Empress energy. Yeah. And I think that's also part of the key here, is that you allow yourself to receive as well. You let the energy come to you. It's not just about seeking it out. I think you have to adapt your mind to this. Yeah, you have to adjust your thinking a lot in this light of this new change that's coming in. You're allowing yourself to be more of an Empress energy by allowing things into your life that make you feel more soft, more feminine, more in an energy of comfort rather than one of hustle and feeling rushed and pressured and in a state of survival. Yeah, you're coming out of a survival mode mentality. Oh, and there we go. Wheel of Fortune. This is the key to your fortune. It's just to receive it because it's coming in for you. All your luck is coming to you. It's not going to be something that you have to like fight for. It might seem that way now because that's how everything in our world is so structured. It's very masculine, right? Everything is organized in that way, but it's not going to be that way anymore for you. You have to push back against that with your own energy of receptivity. And we have the Emperor on the bottom with that masculine energy, right? But I think part of that is deciding what you want, because we can't receive if our energy is scattered everywhere. We don't know what we actually want. When we know what we want, we can visualize it. We can have it in our mind as something that we will manifest. But we can't manifest if we don't know what it is we want. So the mental clarity is key here. Key to your success, right? Is changing your thinking. Yeah, because maybe you've had this rushed, frantic, energetic thinking. Yeah, because the swords are all about your mind, the mental sphere, right? So I think for you, it has to be a change where you don't allow your thoughts to run wild, to control you. You control your thoughts, and the thoughts are what manifest. So you are going to take control of that. And that's the thing that's going to draw in your fortune. Because you have this Empress energy to you. And even the Emperor coming out there was interesting. Maybe it's even to do with counterparts. You might have a counterpart, a divine counterpart coming in. Now that might not necessarily be a romantic thing. It might just be a work partner that, like if you're feminine, maybe he's masculine, or vice versa. Or maybe it's just that you're balancing those energies within you. So it doesn't have to be in a romantic sense, but there could be some aspect to that. You might even meet someone who has that abundant energy to them. Maybe they have a great abundance in their life. Maybe they're financially well off and you'll end up with this person. And there's many ways to come into abundance, right? So there could be some element to that there, but there's definitely something that you have to let go of, something that you have to let die in your life. And that might be your way of thinking. It might even be a type of thinking pattern that makes you feel safe. Maybe you think frantically about everything that could go wrong, or about every little thing that you have to do, and that makes you feel safe because you feel like, if I keep my head wrapped around every single little thing, then maybe I can control my life. But life isn't controllable in that way. Even if you think you have everything perfectly aligned, perfectly in boxes, something can go wrong and just throw it all up in the air, right? Anything can happen at any time, even if for the most perfectly secure people. Like anything could happen globally, right? That could throw all the plans out to sea. So yeah, just keep that in mind, that the best thing you can do is be adaptable, be ready for change, be ready to change your thinking and change your life if it's necessary. Yeah, this is quite a lot of information really quickly. I'm a little overwhelmed. And I had that vertigo feeling, so I feel like it's going to be like that for you. It's going to be like things change so rapidly in a way that's a good thing. Like with the Empress and Fortune here, I feel like it's going to be good change, but it might overwhelm you. It might be like, wow, this is a lot. Like sometimes good things happen and you cry. Does anybody have that happen to them? Sometimes that happens to me. And I think it's a cry of relief, but it's also like when you finish something and you're successful at it, but then you have like that weird depression after. I don't know, maybe that's just me weird like that, but like sometimes we're in a state, we keep ourselves in a state of rushing so much, or it's like, I don't know if this is like a me thing, but like sometimes when you're in the state of go, 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 and then the thing is complete and it's successful and it's good, you should be happy after, but sometimes it's almost like a depression after where you feel like your energy goes down so low that you're like, oh. There might be something like that where it's like, and I don't know if it's like a self-sabotaging energy or if it's just like, maybe you're used to the energy of survival, that anything else feels like discomfort, but be aware of that. Be aware that that might be something you have to contend with. And don't let it drain you. Don't let it take away from your happiness. You should allow yourself to feel restful as much as you let yourself feel the grind and the pressure, right? Yeah. We also have the bear with us today. A little bear totem. I feel I should draw attention to. And our malachite crystal as well. And that seems very appropriate because we have a lot of intense energies here. Malachite's a very intense crystal, but I like it. It's a beautiful crystal, and that emerald green feels very heart energy, very Archangel Raphael. So maybe there could be some heart healing that needs to happen here. All right, we're gonna do a Moonology card. Try to keep my time low because I think my phone's running out of space, so hopefully this video doesn't stop suddenly. But yeah, we'll just see. What else is going to be the key to our success? What do we need to focus on in this situation? Oh. Take time to breathe out. Yeah, exactly like we were talking about. I think maybe that energy of like the depressive energy after, because there was such, it comes in because there's such a rush before that. And maybe if we modify that rush so that we're not in that state so intensely, that we go at it with a much steadier pace. Yeah, because Knight of Swords is very rushed. He's almost moving too quickly, right? And maybe that's an issue for you, where you try to do something so quickly that you don't properly breathe, or you don't properly let yourself rest and take it all in. So maybe if we modify things more in that way, we can have an energy that's that's not going to be so intense when it changes, right? Maybe that's what this death beside Knight of Swords is about. We're not good with those energy dips and highs, right? It's almost like, yeah, it's like getting a high and then having the depression after. That comes from that intense rushing of trying to do it all energy. And this is a time for healing, as the balsamic moon says. So right now you have to let yourself relax. Let yourself accept this abundance that's coming in for you. Even the colors of the balsamic moon is resonating with the fortune card there. You see that? And this blue is resonating with the Knight of Swords. It's so funny. The color coding is always so on, and you see me shuffle it. It's not planned, so it's just like, yeah, it's very interesting. And then we have very throat and brow chakra here colors. We got the indigo, or the indigo. Yeah, it's indigo. Yeah, indigo for the third eye, and then we got blue for the throat. So maybe there is something here about those two chakras for you. Maybe there's going to be something about using your spiritual or intuitive gifts and speaking about them, or using that in some way that involves communication as well. That's going to be the key to your abundance. But I think mainly this connection here is about the time for healing is coming in, where you're going to be receiving fortune and abundance to such an extent that you can rest, you can relax, and it is your time for healing, and you're meant for that. So you just have to let it happen. Let yourself receive it. there's not really much you have to do. It's just that you have to let it happen and be okay with it. Yeah, because there might be a part of you that feels like, is this okay? That I get this comes to me so easy, or that this is gonna all go my way. Maybe it doesn't seem that way right now, but maybe it's going to in the future. And because you struggled so much before, it's gonna feel like maybe I don't deserve this. Maybe this is something like I cheated somehow, or this is like, yeah, your mind's gonna come up with things to explain it away, like I don't deserve it, but you do. You do deserve it. So don't resist it. Yeah, let's get some Landsky here. Even the energy of this reading is very like quick. Like this information is coming into me quick. Maybe it's because I took a rest and I'm a little recharged now, but yeah, there's a lot coming in here in this reading very quickly. And I feel almost like I can't talk quick enough to keep up with it, but I also feel out of breath trying to talk quickly enough. So that might be how it is for you and energetically when things get moving here. Oh, that was it. What's going on here? Oh boy. Hopefully I can pronounce this. Vrikshasana. Vrikshasana. Vrikshasana, that's it. Yeah. Tree pose. That's such a great stabilizing pose. It doesn't feel stable sometimes when you're doing it because you feel like you're about to tilt. But if you do it right, you become like the mountain. You become so immovable. And you feel so at one with your entire body, your whole body, all your muscles are kind of working together to keep you in this stable pose. And I think that's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel really stable once this like fortune and abundance comes in for you. Not just materially, financially, but emotionally as well. You're going to feel really taken care of. You're going to feel really like, wow, the universe did this for me and I feel so safe. And it's going to be such a safety that you question it. You're going to be like, do I deserve this? Is this real? Is this something? Where's the trick? You know, like you're going to be almost like questioning. But I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should question, because I think you have put in the work. It's just sometimes you don't see your own work. I think that's part of the issue here, is that sometimes you disregard all your efforts because you feel like there's always more to do. There's always more you could be doing. But actually, you do a lot. You do a lot of work and you push yourself really hard to the extent that sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's hard on your body. Sometimes it's hard on your mind and your soul. But you kind of disregard it, or you pretend like it's not going on, but it is. Pour some tea here. Give you some water pouring ASMR here. So I'm talking so fast, need a little sip. There we go. Okay. Now, yeah, make sure you take time for tea or whatever it is you drink. Make sure you have a comfort drink right now. I don't know why I'm feeling that right now, but I don't know if you're in the northern hemisphere and it's colder, but make sure you're drinking hot drinks, because that'll kind of help you keep energized. It's really important to stay warm, especially if you're female. We tend to get colder easier, and because our body temperature is supposed to be higher than men. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but women have a natural higher body temperature. It's supposed to be. So we're going to feel cold more easily. And it makes us feel bad when we're cold. We slow down. Our energy almost can't move through our bodies. So keeping warm is really important. And make sure you drink. I just heard I'm always too hot. So, you know, take this as you will, right? Whoever needs to hear this, make sure it's like a dry heat. There's also a difference between like warmth and like inflammatory warmth, right? So sometimes we have like inflamed warmth as well. I used to be very inflamed. I still kind of am sometimes, but I'm a little bit better now just because I've worked on my health. But I know from experience that there's different types of heat you can feel in your body, and one is inflammation. So be aware of that. And there's different things you can do to help with that. Herbs help a lot. Diet helps a lot. Exercise can help in different ways, but don't push yourself too hard with exercise, because it's not always about pushing it to the limit. Relaxing exercise is what I would recommend. You know, I always love biking, swimming, walking, although I can't do much of that now because it's winter. But I did go on a little bit of a walk today, which was really nice, even though it was going through snow. Anyway, I'm kind of getting lost off a different tangent here, but make sure you're getting sunlight and drinking lots of fluid. Water helps flushing out. Saltwater baths too. Yeah, I'm just really feeling hot water. Maybe you need hot baths, even though maybe you don't like feeling too hot. Sweating it out in a hot bath might be good for you right now, like especially an Epsom salt bath, and a cup of hot water too. If you don't like tea or things like that, maybe, or caffeine, try hot water. I know that sounds really boring, but you could put a slice of lemon in it, or just plain hot water can be really good, and it can really warm you up if you get chilled. So that's my recommendation. Off of that, we're going to do, what are we doing next? Guys, what are we doing next? I'm going to do Woodland Wardens, okay. I do really love this deck. It's beautiful. I love my little animal deck. Let's get some guidance here. Yeah. Keep an eye on the time so I don't run over. I honestly don't know how much room I got left on my phone, so we'll just see if I can make it. Oh. Okay, that wasn't it. Turned over so fast I questioned it, and then they're like, nope. That's it. Okay. Oh, wow. Never got this before. The Snake in the Fern. Starting over. Wow, that goes so well with death, doesn't it? And the white snake feels very auspicious. I don't know what it is, but it's really, yeah. This is interesting. So we have a big starting over energy here. Something new is coming in. And part of new beginnings, sometimes we have to accept losses along with that. So there might be, you might feel, and it's not even really a loss. It's just like when we start over, we have to start from the beginning. Like ground zero, number one. And it feels like, oh man, I built up so much and now it's back to this again. But you know what? It's not. You're at a new level. You're at a new place that is really good for you. And also, I really almost forgot to point out, it's the year of the snake. This is the year of the snake. This is the year of transformation. And sometimes that's really tough on people. It's been a tough year for a lot of people, but transformation is tough. Going through a death phase it's not easy. You know, we're shedding our skin. So of course it's not going to be a walk in the park. But I think you've done better than you think you have. And you got to give yourself a little credit for getting through it. And no, I'm really getting snake in the tree here. So almost like, what is it? Adam and Eve, the snake in the tree. Something about that. Yeah, when they got thrown out of the garden, it was like a new beginning, right? Starting over, but it was a whole new journey for humanity. Sorry if you're not into, like, I don't know, Christian mythology. I just like religious mythologies. I think there's always some interesting truths to them, so I like knowing different stories. And I always think that they're never really what they're about or what we think they're about. They're always about something different because they're from a really, really old time. And yeah, I just like trying to get the codes through them. There's always like a symbolic code that's going on there. So something about a snake in a tree might be something important for you. Yeah, rebirth is imminent with the snake. Summon the magical protection of the fern and wriggle out of old trappings. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I was just reading about the fern is in Maori culture in New Zealand. The unfurling of a fern is supposed to be important for rebirth, but also returning to one's origins, maybe understanding the self in a new way. It's interesting because it brought up Maui and we were talking about different mythologies, right? There's always different metaphors going on in different cultures. But white snakes, there's something important about the white snake. I think in I want to say Chinese mythology, because there's that oh, I'm so bad at remembering names, but I know there's this like animation company that does these interesting films. Um, The Legend of Zhong Oh, I'm so bad with Chinese pronunciations. But there was one like that which had the story of the Nine Tails. And there was a different one with a strong boy. I can't remember at all the names. I'm so sorry. But there's one that they do that's about a woman who turns into a white snake. Maybe there's something in that for you. If you know what I'm talking about, then maybe this is something you need to watch or something. There's like a message there for you. But yeah, something to look out for. Yeah, we got the badger and the ginkgo at the bottom. Healing wounds. Wounds of the past, perhaps. So they're saying one more card. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh dear. I'm all slippy today. Yeah. Let's bring out the cards gently. Nice and gentle. Oh. The Hound and the Pair. Loyalty. Okay. Yeah. I think you have some loyal guides on your side. Or even some loyal friends that are helping you out in this situation. Notice how these are both white. There's something about that. There's like a purity to this energy. I almost feel like the snake is like the ancestors in your family tree. And the hound might just be like friendships and connections in this current life that are helping you out. You have help on all sides. There might have even been a betrayal of loyalty here. Something about that. That might be part of the wound that needs healing. Because we saw that with Badger, right? Yeah, so I think this time of healing will help you to heal that wound. If there's a wounding of feeling betrayed, like your loyalty wasn't matched, or like you were the loyal one and that blew up in your face, like someone mistreated you or didn't acknowledge it or just took advantage of you, I think that wound is going to be healed. Yeah, you're going to be guarded. Guarded. I wanted to say guided, but I said guarded. And we have a dog here, and we think of dogs with guarding. So like a guard dog, right? So you might have like friendships or even someone new coming in here that might, help guard your heart against any new injuries. Yeah. There's definitely an energy of you're going to be born into a new life that isn't going to hurt you in the way that the old one did. Yeah. Friendship is flourishing, is what I hear here. Your kindness and loyalty has been noted, and your friend appreciates you. Oh my gosh. I have to read the description here because there's something about a viper. The 13th century French greyhound saved his owner infant son from an attack by a viper, snake eater. When the owner came upon the scene, he found Guinefort with bloody jaws sitting beside the empty cradle. Believing the hound to be the murderer, the owner killed Guinefort, Only later, when he heard his son's cries and discovered him beneath the cradle next to the dead snake, did he realize his tragic mistake. Like the faithful hound, the pear is a symbol of care and affection. Often given as a gift, it is sweet but easily bruised, requiring tenderness from its handler. So there's something here about, like, yeah, because we were talking about loyalty and how you felt betrayed. So maybe there was a misunderstanding, or someone characterized you in a way that made you seem like you were the bad guy in the situation, but you weren't. Oh, but whatever's going on that feels like this, like a betrayal, like a deep wounding, like where you're easily bruised, like the pear, it's going to be healed now. And this time of abundance, where you feel safe, where you feel like you can relax and process, is going to be that time for you. Yeah. All right. I feel like this was, I didn't use many cards for this, but we really got a lot of information just from these cards. So I think that's the end of the reading there. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for staying to the end, and leave a like and subscribe if you feel inclined, or leave a comment if you want to share your story and how this resonated. But other than that, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. All right. Take care.